Welcome all you earth signs to your weekly energy update. This of course is for all my Taurians, my Virgos, my Capricorns, no matter where it is at in your chart. We're going to be looking at the week of April 17th through the 24th, but these are also timeless, so if your intuition brought you here, I would trust your gut and still watch the video. I'm sure there are messages here for you. If you are watching this for April 17th through the 24th, we're just coming off of that Libra full moon energy that happened yesterday on the 16th. And then we also have a beautiful transformation and transition from Aries energy into Taurus energy as we start the Taurus season on April 19th. So that Taurian energy is going to be bringing in this grounding energy. It is ruled by Venus, so it has that love, that focus on worth and who we are. So for this reading, we're just going to be asking the Creator, where can we apply this grounding Taurian energy? And what do we want to see about our worth? We're going to start off by pulling a card here from this Kuan Yin Oracle, which brings in some beautiful earth energy, like the Taurian energy. It's the Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. And just see what she has to say for all our earth signs, and I will have some separate cards that I pull at the end of the reading for each of your signs. So for all of our earth signs, what would you like them to know about this Taurian energy? Okay, they do want this one right here. And you have To the Celestial Mountain, card number 41. Beautiful card here. I'm just going to put her right here. And let's see what energy comes with that card for you. All right, here we go. So, To the Celestial Mountain. There are times when divine energy is needed to help us achieve our spiritual goals. When you do not feel completely in control of your destiny, the divine is usually gifting you with an opportunity to reach for assistance and to invoke divine power, to call to the celestial mountain so that you might be gifted with a far superior outcome. Your permission to beings that love you unconditionally to offer you help is an expression of spiritual empowerment. You empower those forces to come to your aid and help you manifest your life purpose and destiny. And I'll continue to read here. But so, this is definitely, the celestial mountain is like the higher realm, right? And they honor our free will. Before we come down here, we choose all these fated events that we want to experience and go through. And they are always working on having those come true and come to fruition and unfold for us, because that is something we agreed to before we came down here. And then while we're down here, they will not mess with our free will because they do honor that, they respect it. But as it was saying, we still, of our own free will, can ask them for assistance. And as long as it doesn't mess with these fated events we want to experience, they are more than willing to provide us guidance, provide things to come into our path. We just have to ask them of our own free will, and we can, each day even, we can just say, hey, all you guardian angels and spirit guides and loved ones on the other side, your ancestors, creator spirit, whatever beings of unconditional love and light you believe in, you can ask them to come meddle in your life. You give them permission to bring those situations and experiences that are of your highest experience here. And they will bring that in for you. And just knowing and trusting that it's always what they bring is for you. They're not trying to do anything to you to punish you. They will always bring what is for your highest experience of unconditional love and your human experience here. And it says, you're being asked to empower the divine to help you, to call to the celestial mountain within your own heart, to reach out and allow the divine to assist your current life unfoldment. We live in a free will universe, and no matter how much you're loved, In fact, because you're so loved and respected, no being will intervene for you without your permission. Okay, so if I would just have read on instead of blabbed, we would have gotten to that already. Do not believe that asking for help means that you will grow weak or dependent and not grow spiritually. You are doing this to grow in your own mastery at a soul level, not to hand over your life and not take personal and spiritual responsibility for it anymore. Ask for spiritual assistance. Asking for spiritual assistance helps you grow in trust and wisdom and understanding of the nature of the universe and how it operates. Learning to ask for and receive divine assistance helps us learn the art of surrender so that we can merge with greater spiritual forces than our own individual selves. Something wonderful begins to happen. You will discover that your divine self is a powerful, living expression of the soul of the universe. You have within you the power, the love, and the sustenance of the source of life itself. When we call to the celestial mountain, we are remembering that we are divine in our own heart. We gain power through this remembrance, and we can help others remember too. So the more you choose to spiritually empower the divine to assist you, the stronger and more conscious your relationship with beings of light become, and the more you begin to realize the similarities that exist between your own divine nature and these beings. In other words, in keeping good spiritual company, you begin to realize your true nature. Make sure that you empower those beings who genuinely love you unconditionally. When asking for help, always say 3 times, I call on those beings who love me unconditionally. Then say, I thank you for your clear guidance and assistance on this matter so that I may grow in my own spiritual mastery with peace, love, and joy of my own free will. So be it. I love that. So perfect. So I don't have anything to add to that, but I do love that they're basically nudging you to go, hey, you don't have to do this alone. You're not alone. We're right here, and we're so willing and ready to assist you. Just ask of your own free will. We're also going to pull from these True Heart Intuitive Tarot and just see what else that they would like you to know about this amazing energy that's flowing for you here. So you're definitely being asked to reach out. So for all of my earth signs, what else would you like them to know about this week and this beautiful energy, this divine assistance? Okay. So they want these 3 down here. Okay, and they went to that one there. Okay, and that one there. Very good. Just put these right here, and we are going to start with this one right here. Yeah, and you have the 3 of Wands. This is great. I love the interpretation of this card because the Wands is your drive, your ambition, your aha inspiration. It can be your spiritual energy and your energy in general as well. And it's like you're at this place where you've moved from like the middle of a continent and you had all this plans and you've made all these steps and you've gotten to the shores where you were going to, you can even see the little boats in the distance here. There's like these choices. You were going to choose one boat to go to one certain location in your life, but now new information has come, which is what we were talking about here. Here's all your feathered friends, all the spiritual, posse that we were talking about, your support team on the other side. They have brought you information, and now you are, with this new information, this new awareness that they're bringing you, you're ready to make a different decision, go on a different route. You're going to take a different ship to a different location than you had originally planned. So this is this I want to say permission, because you have your power of choice, but they're basically just supporting you, going, yes, with this change of heart, this change of mind, this change of direction, trust that and don't be afraid to do it. There is not a wrong choice. They will make whatever choice you make for your highest experience anyway, but they're saying that follow your heart, because that is going to lead you in that direction, because they are bringing that information for you. And then you have the Star card. Star card is like the bringer of hope. And what I love about this is, like, they're saying this is you. When it talks about connecting to the celestial mountain, and in doing so, you understand more of who you are. You realize you are this star. You are this higher being. You're not just the human experience here. And so as you connect to that energy, as you connect to that higher place, you literally, these are like it's like represents like Aquarius, where the Aquarian energy, they're the water bearers. They're the ones that bring that living waters, that unconditional love we talked about. It fills you up and outflows out to the world. So the more you connect to that higher being that you really are, the more you're flooded with the unconditional love energy of that world, of where we come from, our home, and you realize you're so much more than just the character that you're playing upon the earth, that you are this powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being. That's the actor behind the character. And as you connect more and more with that love, you realize just how powerful you are, that you are a drop in a mighty, powerful sea. And you're part of that. You're not just a boat floating upon the water. You are the water. So I love that. You also have the King of Swords. So swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And the King of Swords, it's the element of air, and all the kings in the minor arcana also carry air. So you've got double air. You got a lot of mental activity that's been going on here. But this Ace of Swords that he wields here, that allows him to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm, and he can also slice away the small T truths of the humanness. So those thoughts and those beliefs of the supposed to's and the shoulds, and they're all rooted in the fear of making the wrong decision, of they are these beliefs of limitedness, of powerlessness, all those things we came here to experience in that human character form, so that in experiencing the opposite, so we more fully understand this bright star we really are. Because if all the stars were in a bright light, like during the day, you don't see the stars because it's too bright, but at night in the darkness is when you're able to see the stars more clearly. And that's like this human experience. You're coming down here on purpose, for a purpose, to experience that. And this King of Swords is allowing you to see the difference between those two worlds, the thoughts of fear of the physical world and those beautiful capital T truths of the higher realm that are of unconditional love. So you really are, with this understanding, this awareness, you are realizing the two of you. They actually had me start this free YouTube series for this year, starting in January, which is called U times 2, which is all about the adventure that we're on to discover the two of us that are living this human experience together. I'll have it linked down in the description box below, and I'll throw it in one of the corners here at the end of the video too, if you want to check that out, because I feel like that's the nudge of what they're wanting you to really understand more and more about. And then you have the Nine of Wands, and wands are, like we talked about here, this energy of where you're at. And the Nine of Wands is showing you, like, here's all the shadows, here's all the experiences you went through, like we were talking about with all of that, fear experiences, the shadow experiences. But you're the one. The nines are all about the inner search. The nines are about looking inward, because the nine is, like in the major arcana, is the Hermit, which is about moving inward to discover the wisdom of who they really are. And in that, the star is usually in the lantern as well. So this makes sense that this energy, this journey that you're on, this awareness of all this spiritualness and this energy that you're experiencing and amplifying in your life, that you're moving inward to understand that you are the one that holds this power. Again, when we go back to that U times 2, you realize that there's two of you, two places that you grow in your life. It's either you're growing these emotions of fear, this fear energy in your life, or you're growing unconditional love energy in your life. Because with this Nine of Wands, there's like this message of persevering and, moving on and, having the strength through your life. But I also feel like it's this message of whatever you focus on is what grows. And so you have this ability and this power for you to express that. And you have that power for yourself. Yeah. Well, here we go. And then you got the Judgment card, XX, card number 20. This is, endings and new beginnings, double endings and new beginnings. But when you add 20, 2 plus 0 together to get 2, you get the U times 2 again. And this is totally what we've been talking about. This is your human side here, and this is your angelic higher self here. The Judgment card really shows you this awareness that judgment happens in the human form. The human comes down to contrast. Its goal is to contrast. We live in a world of hot and cold and male and female and dark and light and hard and soft and, hot and cold, if I didn't already say that already, water and flame. We have all these opposites and this contrast in this world. We come down here, that's our ultimate goal, like we said, to experience the darkness, to understand our lightness. So judgment happens in the human, fearful place, but the unconditional love from above, where we come from, is the contrast. And so again, this is the U times 2. It's experiencing the two of you that are living this human experience here, right? So I love that, because this is all about understanding that there's a physical world and then there's the spiritual world. And the spiritual world is reality. The physical world is an illusion. It's a play that we are just living and experiencing. It's not, it's like playing a video game. It exists on the screen, but when you turn that off, it's gone. The real you still exists. And that's like this message here of connecting to the spiritual world, asking them to show you signs and synchronicities and just messages. And the more you connect with them, the more you see how real it is, the more you realize who you really are. So I love that. We're also going to pull a card for each of your signs through this Reawakening the Soul deck here. So I'll pull a card for the Taurians, for the Virgos, and for the Capricorns. I'll just give these a shuffle here. All right, so for our Taurians first, okay? Okay, so here's our Taurians. Then our Virgos. Okay, this one wanted to pop out here. And then for our Capricorns. All right, and this is for the Capricorns. All right, so starting with our Taurians. Duality, the two of you. I think there's a message here. So, and of course, for each of you, if you want to listen to these, for regardless of which of the earth signs you are, there can be messages, of course. We never limit the creator, but this duality is just hilarious. Embrace the truth of contrast in the three-dimensional material world. Sri Dayamata, and I might have destroyed that, I apologize if I did. They said this world is a world of duality. Life is made up of pleasure and pain, health and sickness, heat and cold, love and hate, life and death. Man's goal is to take his consciousness beyond this law of duality, the veil of Maya, and find the one who is present in all creation and beyond creation. Yes, definitely right. Like that Judgment card, seen above it all. Says your mind interprets life as duality as it processes information by comparing and defining. You have been conditioned to experience the world through your senses and from the observations of those who have influenced you, right? Those popular opinions of the outside world we take on as truth, right? Our small t truths. Says you have learned to comprehend life in a certain manner. Now you are opening to a new understanding, a truth derived from wisdom. You're beginning to realize that your perceptions are illusions. You're now ready to see from the heart of wisdom and step into your truth as infinite spirit. This is crazy. I love it. You have a body, but you are not the body. You have a mind, but you are not the mind. You are an expansive soul confined within a physical body. Wake up and realize that your soul breathes within the protective and loving arms of the beloved. Remember the divine link between your soul and God, and you will gain the wisdom that duality doesn't exist. Lift your awareness, and you will not be limited by the mundane experiences of daily life. Meditate and open yourself to a higher realm of consciousness. Feel your entire being made of spirit. And they provide questions for introspection, and this one has 3 of them. The first one is, how would I experience life differently if I realized my spiritual essence? Number 2, am I caught up in the world and forgetting God? Number 3, how do I experience duality in the world? Can I change this experience? And then the affirmation for this card is, I now choose to see spirit existing within all creation. So very, very clear message here. Not much more I can add because that pretty much reiterated almost word for word everything we've talked about. So now we will move into Virgo's message, which talks about your identity, understanding who you really are, right? I love all those. The mask that's coming off of her face here to see who she really is, right? That bright star, the bright star. So let me just put that here, and let's see what message comes with that. Here we go. Yes. Remove all masks of false beliefs and shine as your godly self. Maxwell Maltz said, the self-image is the key to human personality and human behavior. Change the self-image and you change the personality and the behavior, right? When you remember who you really are, like with that judgment card, changes the whole way you see everything. And this says you have thought of yourself as having certain qualities with feelings and emotions that define your character. You have become identified with your body, your mind, belief patterns, and material objects. You mask your passions and desires with these false impressions because you have utterly forgotten your real nature. Every day you are impersonating different characteristics according to your changing feelings that dance with your current thought patterns. Realize that these characteristics are not part of your true nature. When you realize this, you will be able to cast off these delusive states and step into your divine self. It's crazy. Explore the beliefs you carry about who you are. Take a good look within and see where these programs originated. What do you believe about yourself? Are you really who you think you are? Are you wearing masks created by what others perceived you to be? Are you entangled in feelings while imagining you have no choice? Do you even know who you are? Do you really, truly know who you are? Deeply analyze your thoughts, your emotions, and feelings. realizing they arise from past conditioning. Your soul has identified itself with emotions, and you have imprisoned yourself in various moods that cause all of your suffering. You have put on masks created by false beliefs that have been fed by the stimuli of emotions. And this illusion is so powerful. Distortions have become truths you believe about yourself. Your feelings and beliefs have masked your soul. And the way to escape is to dissolve the feelings and emotions connected with body consciousness. Meditation is the way to achieve this. You are not any of these masks. You are pure, calm spirit. Your beautiful soul is the blessed reflection of spirit. So it's time for you to take off the masks of delusion and face your real capital S self. You will absolutely love what you find. Love it. These cards come with introspection questions. There's 3 of them for this card. The first one is, what masks am I ready to release? Number 2, are my beliefs the absolute truth about myself? And number 3, what negative beliefs are holding me back from fulfilling my dreams? The affirmation for this card is, my identity is the essence of pure spirit. So I love it. This is just, both of these cards have reiterated what we've talked about. So I love how they just all come together. And then lastly, for Capricorns, you have meditation. And again, here's that star, the star. That is the real you, right? Beautiful. Let me just put this here. Let's see what comes with this one for you. Reunite your soul with spirit in the sacred space of silence. The Paramahansa Yogananda said, when you go beyond the consciousness of this world, knowing that you are not the body or the mind, and yet aware as never before that you exist, that divine consciousness is what you are. You are that in which is rooted everything in the universe, right? That star. Says, stop those uncontrollable thoughts running in every direction. A mind that is wholly occupied by the senses can neither be offered to God nor received by Him. Breathe deeply. It is time for you to remember your authentic self as spirit. Meditation is the way. It is time to attain mastery over the restlessness of the mind. Control your feelings and sensations and put your mind on God, on the Creator. Through meditation and stillness, you will experience for yourself the ultimate proof of the Creator's existence. Through the calm, intuitive state of inner perception, your understanding deepens and you will find answers to your questions. In silence, you will experience increasing mental and physical efficiency in your daily life. With the presence of God and all those beings of unconditional love and light, you will have everything. Love it. And the introspection questions for this card, there's 4 of them. The first one is, am I allowing myself the gift of meditation every morning and evening? Number 2, how can I consciously bring the peace from meditation into my daily activities? Number 3, do I acknowledge the spirit that makes up who I am? And number 4, am I ready to relinquish my thoughts and place my emphasis on remembering my divine nature? And then the affirmation for this card is, every particle of my being is submerged in eternal light. I am filled with this light, which contains the divine spirit within and around my being. I love it. So all 3 of these cards talked about connecting to the real you, the higher you, which is great because not all the cards say that. So this is definitely a beautiful synchronicity that it's bringing in here. Really focusing in, connecting to that higher realm and all those beings of unconditional love and light, connecting to the higher self, and the real you allows you to understand who you really are, and it transforms how you perceive and look at all the world around you. So definitely, when we were asking, what do we want to see about our worth? Where can I apply this grounding energy? It's definitely in discovering your true identity, the actor behind this character that you're playing. So I love this for all of you Earth signs. And if you are looking for even more messages of love from above, in addition to these weekly energy updates, I also put out monthly readings for each zodiac sign and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, also click the subscribe button, that gives you access to this notification bell. When you go in there, if you select the all option, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. Also, doing those things helps spread the love, because when you like a video, you share a video, you comment on a video, or you subscribe to the channel, all those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy and happy. It wants to share the videos of that channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, I am grateful for that. Also, these are general readings. If you're looking for even more specific information for your specific life, I do currently offer personal readings, and all that information is in the description box below. Right, your signs, as you go throughout this amazing week, please know every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing week. I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. But in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.